Mark Robinson. Now, let me give you a bit. This one's going to go a little long, so let me apologize for that one. Mark Robinson is known to us and has been known to us in various circles. And as a person, wave my hand in front of my face, a black person who follows a lot of black commentators, him being a black man running for governor of North Carolina and saying things like slavery wasn't so bad and, you know, women shouldn't vote, seemed to want to have people turned off. But he's a Republican. He's saying things a lot of Republicans want to hear, maybe not those things in particular. And he has the backing of one Donald J. Trump. He also, we found out recently, enjoyed porn a lot in the past. And apparently going forward, but in the past, we've got some more revelations because when you're winning stuff, they start to dig up more dirt on you. And when you put plenty of dirt out there for them, bags and bags of potting soil for them to get to, it's not that hard. CNN confronted Mark Robinson with a bunch of things from his profiles using his email address, his name, his picture, profiles that look a lot like him on sites that some he admitted to frequenting, some he said were not true, where he said a lot of really, really bad things. You can guess what's going on because they already hit pornography at least 3 or 4 times before we even got to out of the teaser for the actual headline to get into this show today. Mark Robinson, not a great dude. In these past things, going back as far past as 2010 or so, the early days of internet messaging and whatnot, using profiles and email addresses that he uses, personal email addresses, saying things like he is a black Nazi and Martin Luther King Jr. was terrible and just random things, and including a lot of misogyny and just general porny stuff. He's also bearing the lead here. He's also was listed on Ashley Madison, which one headline was like, oh, Ashley Madison, that's interesting. And then I saw the other ones like, wow, you guys missed the point on that one whatsoever. Mark Robinson, not a very good guy. And the big issue is not so much he's not a good guy, is that people in North Carolina actually want him to drop out of the race. But the last day to do that was yesterday. You now have no choice but to have a vote for Mark Robinson as governor in North Carolina. The irony of it all is by the time people got to figuring out he was bad enough to get rid of, it was too late to get rid of him. If you're not a follower of folks in black commentary on Facebook, on X, on YouTube, you missed out a bevy of things. If you're not a follower of people who were like bashing Republicans, a lot of white guys got in on this action yesterday as well. Don Lemon did a special edition of it. I follow a guy named Reese Waters who actually works on something called the Races of the Week, and he was wrapping that up. And then Mark Robinson did this thing, so he had to put out 2 videos yesterday. Didn't have to, but he just sort of made do to put out 2 videos on things of this bent. This is not a black thing here for things you might have heard. So we do step into those rooms because it's me personally. But sometimes some people are just so terrible that you got to go along on them and introduce them to some folks. So if you didn't know who Kamala Harris was and wasn't sure why she wasn't black until she was, and you didn't know who this guy is, Mark Robinson, and not sure why, you know, him being black and how we got to be a part of this stuff, essentially running on gun rights and schools' choices to ban books and moving from there, now you ought to know. Do your own research and you're going to find things you don't want to see.